Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today is more of gonna be just like a vlog, a chatty catch up. One, I haven't posted a video in a few weeks, which is pretty odd for me. I don't know if I've ever gone this long without posting a video. And two, which is kind of the same reason, I haven't filmed in quite a long time. I actually have not filmed in over 3 weeks, which is also not normal because normally I'm filming a bunch before it gets posted. And we had a family vacation come up. We were out of town for a week, and then I got incredibly sick right at the end of that trip and into right now. I'm just getting better. So trying to just get back into filming and catch you guys up on what's been going on. So let's talk about homeschool and what's been happening. So like I said, we were on a vacation and then I was sick. So I've been 100% disconnected from homeschooling. Obviously we weren't homeschooling on our vacation. And then when we came back, did my kids do school? I don't know. I was so sick that I don't even know. I want to say my girls were at least getting their SACs and math done. So if you're new here, I have a 6th and 4th grade, I have 6th and 4th grade daughters, and they use SACs and math with Nicole the math lady. So they can do their lessons online being taught by Nicole the math lady. It's a website. I always get that asked, like, what is Nicole the math lady? It's just a website where Nicole has recorded herself teaching all the lessons that go along with all the Saxon lessons, like piece by piece. And so my kids watch her teach the lesson and then they complete the work in the Saxon book. So I know for sure my girls were keeping up with math for the most part. They started co-ops right when we got back as well. So they are now going into their 3rd week of co-op classes, which is always fun, really exciting. This will be our last session of co-op here because we are moving. And so I'm glad they get one more semester of co-op. So all of that has been going pretty well. But yeah, I have not been able, unfortunately, to like be involved in school because I just have been busy with other things and being sick. So what we are doing is we are moving out of state, and so we are preparing, like we're packing, getting rid of stuff, organizing stuff. And so unfortunately, I mean, it's not that bad, but the curriculum I use for like language arts, science, and social studies is Moving Beyond the Page, which is a literature-based, unit study-based type curriculum. And I have year packages for both my 6th grader and 4th grader. So it is a lot of stuff. It is a lot of books, a lot of units, a lot of supplies. And so there was part of me that was like, gosh, do I just like stop using this curriculum because it's so much and it's going to be so many things to move? But I really love this curriculum. And so that was not an option. And so I'm definitely keeping it. They've already finished between the two of them like 6 units, and so 6 books. So we could knock off some of that. So I just kind of pulled out some assignments that I'll keep and got rid of it. And then what I decided to do is I pretty much packed everything away to move to the new house. The only thing I kept out was one more language arts unit for both of them. So right now, until we move and get to our new house, they have one more language arts unit each, which normally takes around 3 weeks for them to complete. And then they're gonna have their Saxon math. So we are simplifying in a sense of I needed to get things packed, you know, but I also wanted them to continue. Very frankly honest, we're busy right now. They're busy with co-ops twice a week. They have lots of activities. We're letting them do a lot of activities with their friends because we're moving. Once we move, you know, we're gonna be at home a lot more for the beginning part of the time. One, because it's just how it's gonna be. We're not gonna have family support there. I work full-time, my husband works full-time, he's starting a new job, and we have to get our house together. So we're gonna be home a lot more. There won't be things like co-op classes in the beginning. So we're gonna be doing school 5 days a week. So that wasn't the original plan when I first planned out our homeschool year, doing school 5 days a week, but that's what we're gonna be doing because we don't really have anything else to do. So I'm fine with them kind of taking a break right now. Again, there's other things that are occupying our time and keeping us busy. And so the only thing that I'm really kind of strict with them on is getting their math lessons done and reading. But other than that, we're kind of slowing down because I just know we're gonna have so much time to dedicate to school once we're in the new house, once we're moved over winter. We're not gonna be doing a lot of things out of the house. So that is kind of what's going on with my girls. I'll talk more about it in updates. I just kind of felt like I needed to like share what we're doing. For my kindergartner, making changes. Biggest thing right now is I've kind of just stopped with him altogether because he can't do school on his own. He really needs me and I'm really not available right now. And so he has not done school for 2 solid weeks now. And what is very interesting is that he has started to do things on his own, not being prompted. So we'll go back like a couple months ago. I think one of his reading lessons was about rhyming words, and this kid would just not like, he would just not like do the lesson with me. Like, he was not saying the right rhyming words. He wouldn't copy what I was saying with the rhyming words, and I'm like, he's just not grasping this. Well, all of a sudden, this kid is like obsessed with rhyming words, and I haven't said anything about rhyming words. He's just like out of the blue started rhyming. He's like, he'll say a word and he'll be like, well, what rhymes with this? And he'll start doing all the rhyming things. So I do think there is something very interesting about when a kid is ready, they're gonna be ready. And so I know I talked about this a lot when he was in like preschool and pre-K, and I feel like we're at that point now where like math, he's really strong and he's really confident and good in. But on the reading and language arts side, I'm like, am I just pushing it too much? And so that is what I decided to just kind of back off. Let's take the break and let's let him kind of, I think, naturally want to learn certain things. So it's on the same line of my daughters. Like, once we're in our new home and we're get settled and we're doing more of a consistent 5 days a week, I think consistency is super important for little kids, and I can't be consistent right now, unfortunately. And so I think the break is going to be good for both of us. So I'm not doing anything structured with him. He is going to co-op classes twice a week. We obviously are reading and things like that, but there's no formal curriculum at this point that we are using. So that's going to continue for the next 2 months, and I'm okay with it. It's hard because I like don't want to let that go, but at the same point, like it's only been like 2 weeks and I've already seen him like have that natural urge to learn. So I want all my kids to enjoy learning, and so I want it to be more of like a natural thing for them. So anyways, with that being said, I do like structured curriculum and I do want some support there. So once we are back into like a school type environment, I asked you guys in my last update video, like, what do you think would be good? Like, this is how my son is, this is how I am, like, what would be a good language arts program? And so many of you recommended the Logic of English, and I just trusted you all. Like, I just found it, I bought it, and here it is. It's all that's happening is I bought it and it's getting packed up, and when I get to my new house in a couple months, I will open it back up and we will explore it then. But that's how impulsive I can be, but also I'm willing to try anything at this point in time. So that is what we will be doing for language arts. So even when we get back into actual like structured curriculum, all we're going to be doing is finishing the Good and the Beautiful math and jumping into Logic of English. And we're going to continue those two things until I feel like we're at a good place to add anything else. I do want to transition him eventually into moving me on the page, the 5 to 7 level, but I just need a little bit more consistency and stuff with just simplifying curriculum. So that is that's that update. That's what I've been doing. So yeah, if anyone has like, I guess, a good video on how the Logic of English program works, I mean, I've watched a couple, but there's not a ton out there. So let me know what you recommend or don't recommend. I bought, I think it's foundations level A and B, so I think I have like the two, I don't know if it's 2 years of stuff, but I bought like the whole thing, the whole package. I mean, it was expensive and stuff, but I don't know. I hope it we end up really liking that. So that is the chatty part of this update, I think. Let's go see what else I've been doing that's homeschool related. All right, so now the sad part of the update. My homeschool area is officially gone. If you've been around, you may have noticed that this hallway used to be lined with bookshelves and all of our school stuff. In front of me used to have, you know, desks and table and chairs, and this is what's left. The only thing we are keeping is that desk. We're not keeping the TV. We are keeping the whiteboard. So the whiteboards and that desk is what we are keeping. There's some of our boxes that are packed, but as you can see, everything is gone. All these are coming down. Public service announcement, if you bought these, they come off the wall, but they leave behind like this gluey tape stuff. It does come off and it's not ruining the paint, but it's definitely going to be a project. So I bought this stuff that is work. That's actually how I got all this bottom one off. I just tested it out. So that is what I'm going to be working on, because I got to get this homeschool area. Well, it's not a homeschool area anymore. It's a hallway. That's really what it is it's a big hallway that we turned into a homeschool area space. So I think I have like an idea of what our homeschool space is going to be at our new house, because we did get a house. I'm talking more about my moving stuff on my other channel. So if you're interested in my move and all that, then you want to check out my other channel. But we did find a house. So when we first move, we're going to be renting for about 1.5 years, 2 years, because we don't know the area. We've never been there. But we did find a really great house. It's just as big as our current house. And so there is room for a homeschool space. I just don't know how I want to configure it, because I also need an office to work from. And we signed the lease sight unseen. So I mean, obviously I saw pictures of the house, but I don't physically know like how the house is laid out. Like I know what rooms look like, but I don't know like where's the hallway, where's the closet. And so definitely gonna be an adventure, like literally moving into a house you've never been in before. I think that's absolutely insane, but that's what we're doing. So I have some ideas of the homeschool space, like that desk I just showed in the corner. I actually have 2 of those. And then I have 2 bookshelves that kind of match that. So I was thinking of with the desk and the bookshelves making like a little space for my 2 daughters. And then my son has like a little table and chair set, like desk set that he can use, the whiteboard. So we're used to working in a small space already, because like I said, we're just working in like the top of like a hallway stairwell, small loft. So I think it's gonna be, we're definitely gonna have enough room. I just, until we get there, I don't know. But we did get rid of a ton of stuff. Like obviously all the bookshelves that are here are gone. All the books are gone. I'm definitely not regretting. I loved all the books that we've had, but even, you know, having multiple kids, once your kid reads through a book, odds are they're probably not going to go through it, and not all 3 of my kids have the same taste. So not all 3 of them are always going to read the same book. So as much as I loved having hundreds of books and like all this homeschool stuff, this move has really made me like think like you can still love and have all the books, but use your library. You know, get the books you need for that point in time and then return them. Unless it's a book, like I kept all of like our dictionaries, I kept all of our like DK books, you know, like reference types books, like those we are going to use multiple seasons through multiple years. But like the reading books, the chapter books, like, you know, and that's hard for me. I love books too. And I did that with my own book collection. I only kept like my favorite books, my favorite authors, and I got rid of the rest. So I'm definitely in like such a weird space of wanting to be like very minimal, but then also like I want my stuff. I love things. So huge, I probably got rid of like 60%, no, like 75% of the stuff in our homeschool area. So for the past, you know, 4 to 5 years, everything that I bought in, just to see it all go is kind of bittersweet. And I'm in that thing like, was I wasteful, impulsive, or not? And so I'm just trying to be very intentional going forward of what I buy and like what I keep in the house. So yeah, it's an adventure, but I'm excited. I'm excited to decorate a new homeschool space. I'm excited to kind of change our homeschooling dynamic. I'm going to talk about this in another video. I keep saying I'm going to film it, but about homeschooling and moving to a different state, because there's a lot of just changes and things that at first I was like, I can't do this. But now I'm like, this is exciting and it's okay. It's okay that our homeschool is going to look different there, because it is. We're not going to be in a co-op there. We're not going to have the same schedule and the same, you know, thing that we've been doing for the past 3 years. It's going to look different. So I'm nervous, but I'm excited and all of. All right, and last thing to wrap up this kind of update vlog, chatty, I don't know what it is, but here we are. I got these. I first saw Nickie. If you don't know Nickie, she's my bestie at Blessed Homeschool Mess. She got these from the Waldock Way, who also has a YouTube channel and makes tons of homeschool curriculum and resources. I'll link that as well. But these are called discovery decks. So the Waldock Way has tons of different ones. They actually just had a sale, but I think the sale's over by the time this video is out. So I picked like 4 or 5 different ones, and they're all themed. So like one of the discovery deck themes is like survival tips, and so this is what it looks like. So you get these like little cards with QR codes, and so this says, how do you survive on a deserted island? And then you would like scan the QR code and then a video would pop up, and so you get a bunch of different ones. So my idea is I'm going to cut these, or I think I'm going to laminate them, cut them, and put them on a little ring. And so I got the survival ones. I got like human body. I got like animals. I think like mythical creatures, inventions, lots of cool things. So my thought for this is, like I said in the beginning, like we're kind of slowing down and taking a break. I'm kind of letting these next 2 months be more of like that interest-led, like, what do you want to learn about? What do you want to pick up a book about? So I thought that these would be fun to just have laying around. And then also for our, I'm going to call it a road trip, but like from driving to Nevada to North Dakota, we're going to be driving for 5 days, but we're also going to be in between hotels and Airbnbs for about 2.5 weeks until our rental house is available. So I need stuff to keep my kids busy, and I think that this is going to be really fun, and I think it's going to work for all 3 of my kids. So from 5 years old up to 11 years old, almost 12-year-old. Oh my gosh, yeah. My oldest is turning 12 in a month, and it's her last year before she's officially a teenager, which is like breaking my heart. But anyways, so these are really cool. I'll link them down below. I thought that this is going to be perfect in this kind of transition time where I can't be super structured. We don't have like all of our curriculum. We don't really have a homeschool space right now. So let's just enjoy and learn some cool things. So I thought those discovery decks are super awesome. There's tons of different options, so go check those out. And that's where I'm wrapping up this update. That's where I'm wrapping up today's update. I hope I will have lots of videos coming out soon. Thank you all so much for being here. Have a great day. Bye, guys.